Gen Z is fucked.
If you're part of my generation of men, you are weak.
This young generation seems less capable to deal with stress than previous generations. That is true.
Lack of motivation, they're easily distracted, easily offended.
Doomer is suffering from his knowledge and is all too painfully aware that the world is unfixable, we're all living on borrowed time and nothing matters.
But there is another option. We can become the strongest generation ever if we make one change to our lives. When I look at the high achievers, the people that seem to have it all, confidence, success, happiness, they all have this one thing in common. And if you do not make this change, you'll remain weak just like the rest of Gen Z. So if you have any desire to get stronger and take control of your life, then follow me. So I'm out here in the forests of South Australia because I want to show you why Gen Z has gotten so weak. And listen bro, it's not even really your fault. Modern society has made you weak. Look around me. What do you see? Pretty much nothing, right? That's the point. Everything is there for you back in civilization. You don't have to do anything. You can lock yourself away, procrastinate the entire day, entertain yourself with the devil of your choice. Hide away from your loneliness with no immediate consequences. Because you know there's a product or a service that would relieve you of your suffering. All you have to face is the soul-crushing reality that you're wasting your life. Out here though, there's no escape. Nothing is done for you. Nothing is provided. If I'm hungry, I have to go looking for food. If I'm thirsty, I have to go looking for water. If I'm cold, I need to make a shelter and build a fire. If I'm lonely, I need to find my tribe and go be social. There's no other option, it's all on me. Every problem that I face out here has not only been solved by the modern world, but everything has become so comfortable that experiencing discomfort has become something of the past. You may have heard of the YouTube channel Yes Theory. Their entire motto is seek discomfort. Because discomfort has become something that we need to go seek out. Out here though, there is nothing but discomfort. That's really what the problem with my generation is. Gen Z is the first generation to grow up in the absence of discomfort. Since we have for the most part eliminated discomfort from the physical world, new problems have arisen. So if any of you have practiced meditation, then you would be familiar with this. As you're following your breath and your mind begins to empty you from thoughts, what do you begin to notice? The tension in the body, right? You start to notice every ache and every pain in the body. Then you'll feel the urge to move and adjust to relieve yourself of that discomfort. Well, that's exactly what is happening culturally as well.
Life's too short to exercise. I'm just gonna be honest.
Everyone is born already basically just beautiful.
You still identify as a baby or a toddler, that's totally okay.
It's okay to be weak.
When I watch these videos, I see the problem with Gen Z. There's a complete refusal to experience negative emotions. Remember, discomfort has become a choice rather than a reality of life. Why else would there be such a large voice saying it's okay to be weak if it wasn't just an attempt to cover up your own inadequacies? Why else has political correctness become so widespread if it wasn't just to protect the emotional state of some groups of people? It has become a crime to feel bad, and that discomfort and pain that Gen Z avoids has made them less accustomed to adversity. But in recent years, adversity is everywhere. We're meant to emerge into society as independent and responsible adults. But because of the higher cost of living and a housing crisis, a promising future has become more of a dream. And it gets worse. Dating feels impossible for both men and women. We are lonelier and more depressed than ever before. Our attention is getting stolen by billion-dollar corporations. Anxiety is through the roof. And to top it off, we have this impending doom that is climate change. And this is where I think I differ from the majority of Gen Z. I look at the situation we're in and I think, so what? You think just because my back is up against the wall, I'm going to give up? Nah, raise the cost of living. Give me a difficult housing market. Give me a tough dating market. Try to steal my attention. It doesn't matter. I got this. A promising future, that's my reality, and it can be yours too. I know it sounds ridiculous, even a little bit irrational to look at the situation and go, yeah bro, I have this. But hear me out. Alex Hormozi, Andrew Huberman, Keanu Reeves, Tony Robbins, they all possess a particular confidence that I'm developing, but you haven't yet. It's called meta-confidence. It's an internal belief that I will grow and improve if I put the work in. The only way to develop meta-confidence is to first develop regular confidence at many different things. For example, I have really high confidence at the gym because I've been going there 4 times a week for over 4 years. I have gotten stronger and I have demonstrated my performance to myself and to other people. But put me in a crowded bar by myself and my confidence is rather low because I haven't demonstrated my performance in those environments. So confidence is domain specific. It's the reason why you can be really confident driving a car, but not confident at public speaking. They are 2 very different skills. But the real magic happens when you start to master many different domains. Alex Hormozi first mastered fitness, and then dating, and then business. As Alex became more competent in these areas, he's proving to himself, no matter what the situation, no matter how bad I feel, I can improve and I can grow. Once you truly believe that no matter the situation, you can sort this shit out, that's when you become free. The negative emotions and the discomfort is still there, but it no longer has any power over you. You are the one in control because you know you got this. The one change Gen Z must implement to become the strongest... Fucking bird. The one change Gen Z must implement to become the strongest generation ever is allowing yourself to be uncomfortable. Every time you have a stressful day and you turn to alcohol or junk food, what you're really saying to yourself is, I can't be alone with my own emotions. Imagine instead of having a difficult conversation with your boss, you quit, which is becoming more common with Gen Z, according to Simon Sinek. Imagine instead of having a difficult conversation with your girlfriend to establish a boundary, you let it slide. What you're really saying to yourself is, I can't solve these problems myself. When you're constantly demonstrating to yourself that you do not have this under control, how are you going to trust yourself when times get tough? You're weak because you refuse to be uncomfortable. And it's not exactly your fault either. It's not like anyone has taught you to be okay with discomfort. When society has produced remedies to solve every source of discomfort, and you can access it immediately, of course you're going to. It's programmed into us by evolution to move away from discomfort. If we can avoid pain, we will, as we have seen culturally. That is exactly why Gen Z is weak, why this generation of men are weak, why so many young people struggle with overstimulation, overabundance, and have an apathy towards life. If you can't become comfortable with discomfort, these problems, they melt away. When I started my self-improvement journey, one of the first books that I read was A Guide to the Good Life by William B. Irvine. It's a book about Stoic philosophy, and I wanted to share online with you. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can clearly say to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where then do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself to the choices that are my own. You can't fix the housing crisis. You can't do anything about inflation and the rising cost of living. You can't solve the weird dating scene. You can't stop technology from making life comfortable. You can't prevent wars, and there's nothing you can do about greenhouse gas emissions. These things are beyond an individual's level of control, but what you can do is take full responsibility of the situation you're in, even if it's not completely your fault, because the only person that's going to save you is you. Look at that dog. You can make more money, you can make yourself more attractive, you can be more social, and you can be less worried about the future by watching my videos. Thanks, bro. These things are within your level of control. I guarantee you this, even if it feels like they are not. You just need to build that meta confidence by surrendering yourself to discomfort. I know this is true, bro, because I'm going through the same journey as you are. I'm just a little bit further along than you. I have failed at everything I have ever tried, but I allow myself to feel those negative emotions. I have gone into the abyss so many times, man. So I've used that pain as motivation to practice and to improve, because there was no way in hell I was going to stay where I am. So now when I go into the abyss, I'm not scared. I know I'll be okay, and I know how to get myself out. If you feel like you're in the abyss, remember this: you first change your mind by moving your body. I had one more section planned for this video. I was going to share with you the rules I made for myself so that I would get more comfortable with discomfort. But I think I already given you enough information for one video. So we'll leave it at that, and I'll save those rules for another video. But the bottom line is, if you want to get stronger and you want to improve your life, then you need to become more comfortable with discomfort. Strength comes through enduring pain and discomfort. So if you're really serious about improving your life, and since you got to here in the video, I'm guessing you are, a great place to start is reading books. But the books mean nothing unless you actually implement the information in those books. So I made this video over here to help you do just that. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you. See you in the next one.